Professionally, if someone asks me what happiness is, I should really know, shouldn't I? The danger of going on a journey like this is just to find out how unhappy people really are. But if you go under the surface of things, people might pretend to be happy on the outside, but I think deep down, I think we're all struggling. Most people you meet aren't very happy. They feel uncomfortable, they feel they're not quite right, they feel not quite good enough, they feel there's something wrong with them. And I think it's very hard to be happy if you're like that. You're kind of in your own way. I'll just ask you a very simple question. What do you think happiness is? What is happiness? On this journey, I want to meet people, and that could be just from very young people to people who are very old, perhaps people who are terminally ill, people who are famous, people who are academic. Is there a universal answer? I'd like to think we can all be happier, but maybe we can't. I don't think we live in a society that really encourages us to be happy and to be comfortable where we are.
You know, for me at the moment, if you like, because I feel like I'm in that space where I'm struggling at the moment, and I have been for the last year. So my aim for this year was not to win tournaments. It was just about getting back to wanting to play, to enjoying to play, to having that bit of consistency, and just feeling happy out there to play. So results for me is not on the radar this year.
Every year you put yourself through this. Every year. Do I do it? Do I not do it? And that is one surefire we're not being happy, when you're just indecisive.
I don't know, I'm just struggling a bit at the moment.
With what? Just playing?
Just in myself, playing in myself. I feel like I just want to stop playing.
Most people feel like they're not quite right the way that they are. The sad reality is that for most people, they think happiness is a future destination. Why can't we just be happy now? Why can't we like and even love and appreciate ourselves? Why do we have a problem doing that?
Every single thing that we do is motivated by a desire to be happy. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. So whatever process you look into, you have to actually experience it for yourself. You won't come to an understanding of what happiness is by theoretical study.
Yeah, so what you're saying is, you might look at the food, it might look great, but to know what the food's really like, you've got to eat it.
Yeah.
I must say that of all the people I've ever met in my life, you are definitely one of the happiest people I've ever met.
Oh no, I'm just...
Well, that's what it seems to me. You know, you just seem really just happy to be who you are. I really love what he said about life is about finding a meaning in life, finding an appreciation of yourself, enjoying who you are, and most people don't. My thoughts of Hare Krishnas before were people just jumping up and down shouting Hare Krishna, trying to convince you to do something. But now I've spent some time with them, I feel warmth, I feel love for these people, and think that what they do is really valuable and makes a huge difference to their lives. They're happy. Most people aren't. So I've always been fascinated to try and help people make peace with themselves, to enjoy themselves, to like themselves, to appreciate themselves. But that's a hard thing to do, because we seem to live in a world where the world says, well, you can't be happy the way that you are. You have to get a new pair of shoes to be happy. You have to get the new iPhone. You have to be married. You have to have kids.
A purposeful life is a happy life, and without having a purpose, it's almost impossible to create happiness. We are in a society that pursues fun instead pursuing happiness. I think when you focus having short-term funds instead of focusing creating a long-term meaning in your life, that put you in risk for being more depressed, because fun is a short-term phenomenon.
I think people don't value what they've got until they either kind of lose it, you know, like I think we value health when we start to lose our health. And I think maybe when someone is going to pass away. I'm really curious to how much value do they actually have to life? What's their reflection on life? What is it is important?
I quite often have thought of my life as very pointless, really. I've worked every day, full-time, since I was 16. In many ways, if I haven't been truly happy, it's been my own fault. To have good health, to have a reasonable way of living, to be an honest person, and to give to anybody that you can a little bit of happiness yourself.
How do you feel that went? Well, obviously it's deeply moving, but also at the same time incredibly liberating. Really, just the simple things in life that make you happy. If you're chasing things, then you'll probably end up looking back at some point in your life and think, what was I doing? My life was pointless because I didn't actually enjoy my life. And I think in some strange way she's almost enjoying her life more than maybe she did before. I don't know, I can't take it all in at the moment. It's just kind of a little, it's not something I've ever done, you know, talk to someone who knows that they're going, you know.
No, I think there's plenty of hope for people to be happier. The first step is to recognising that you could be. So many people pass their life in mediocrity. They don't achieve anything because they see other people achieving. They're very passive. We see other people doing this on TV, that reported in the papers, and we admire these wonderful people. But we could potentially be one of those wonderful people. There's evidence that if we're happy and are optimistic, we actually have a better immune system. It's more efficient, so we can fight infection, we can fight inflammation, including cancer, if we stay happy with a positive mental attitude. There's evidence that that's true.
You know, that's what I want. I want people to be able to watch this programme and realise, you know, I can be happy. I don't have to be the way I've been in the past. I don't have to be victim to circumstances, you know. My life can be better. I can be happy.
I am deliriously happy every single day just for being alive. That's what happiness is. Living life to the full. Life is not a rehearsal. There's only one time we're here on this earth.
You don't meet ladies like that every day, do you? You don't. You just don't meet people who are just happy for no reason at all. Can we change? Can we be happier? You know, are we just stuck in all our ways and there's nothing we can do to change? Can we have a more fulfilled life? So that's what I really want to find out.
You're such a big-nosed bastard.